Alright, get settled into the command post. Alright. Yes. Alright, now we in business. Good fine evening, early morning, YouTube. Got me a squizzle of alcohol to drink. This is Jack Daniels mixed with Dr. Pepper. Yeah, buddy. It's gonna get good up in here. Well, how about that? It's 4:20 in the morning. Haha. Go figure, peeps. Well, I was going to start the video, but then I had to use the restroom prior. So I want to make sure that I got all my restroom needs taken care of before I make the video. But that next batch of wands is almost done. Almost. Slowly but surely, YouTube. It's going to take a wee bit longer, but be almost done. They're almost done. Shout out. Yes, I can. Give me a second. Shout out to Josh. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday. Oh, man. Now, here's a bit of controversial food for thought. Not a problem, not a problem. Glad to help my fans out. Now, instead of trying to change things you can't change, work with the circumstances you're given. Quite often as humans, we bitch and complain about the shortcomings that we're faced with. But in all actuality, instead of trying to change the outcome, work with your circumstances. Because hell yeah, shout out to Darth Lenny B. Y'all know Darth Lenny. His son was just born. Congratulations to the new father. Got me some Jack Daniels and some Dr. Pepper. I'll take a shot for Darth Lenny's newborn son here in a second. But here's the thing, YouTube. Sometimes, as human beings, we are forced into circumstances we don't like. We're just dealt a bad hand, or we're given certain things that we have to do on a day-to-day basis to survive. And when you're stuck with circumstances you don't want to be stuck with, you try changing the outcome, it doesn't work. You try changing your shitty circumstances, it doesn't work. So instead of trying to change your circumstances, you need to work with the circumstances you have. Make your life the best you can for yourself, given your circumstances. Exactly. Exactly. Neon Joe says, adapt and overcome. That's exactly what I'm getting at. It's, I'll use myself as an example. I'm not complaining about it. This is just what I've observed. I am not the most confident with women. However, I notice that women do find me attractive, even if I refuse to see it out of self-pity and loathing. And even if I'm only getting pussy at least once a year, it's still better than nothing, right? Now, instead of trying to change the outcome, instead of trying to get more pussy, be grateful for what I can get. And if the right girl's meant to happen, it's going to happen. That's a very crude example, but that's exactly what I'm getting at, is sometimes you can't change the outcome. When I was in junior high and high school, I thought to myself, I'm never going to have sex. No girl's going to want me. That's what it felt like, right? But I get out of high school, and next thing you know, I'm having sex with 7 different girls by the time I'm 27. So, which isn't too bad. You know what I'm saying? Not too bad at all. So if you think that all the world sucks because you're a virgin, get over it. You'll find someone to fuck. Just don't rush into it, Like I'm saying, work with the circumstances you're given. And that it doesn't just apply to sex and relationships. This applies to pretty much everything in life. Sometimes you're not going to be dealt the best hand in the circumstances in which you're given. However, instead of trying to make it the best you can, sometimes you try your best and your best isn't good enough. So instead, all you can do is try your hardest, and that's all that counts. Try your best, that's all that counts. Instead of trying to change your circumstances, work with what you got. Because I guarantee you that your circumstances aren't going to be as bad as you think they are. You might think, okay, the circumstances are pretty shitty. I'm out of options, blah, blah, blah. That's very easy to think, when you think you're out of circumstances, you're out of chances, you think, okay, I fucked up to the point where, okay, you know what I'm saying? That's very understandable. But I guarantee you, your circumstances aren't going to be as bad as you make them out to be. Sometimes you have opportunity to make your circumstances a little bit better. Now, the opportunities you're given in life may not make your circumstances perfect, but it may better your circumstances to where you're complaining just a little bit less. Life is chaotic, unpredictable, and random. Therefore, you never know when it's going to be complete shit. You never know when it's going to just be fucking awesome. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, Darflini, congratulations on your the birth of your son. I'll be taking a shot of this. First shot of this whiskey is going to Darflini's son. My point exactly, Mr. Gold or Mrs. Gold, Mr. or Mrs. Tan Gold. A person commented in chat, tomorrow is another day. Exactly. Yes, indeed. You grow from a bold experience much more than a good one, so they're both important. I could not agree more. My sentiments exactly. A good experience in life will leave you satisfied, feeling happy. You'll feel good about yourself. When you have good experiences in life, of course you're going to feel better. You know, if you've had a rough couple of weeks and then the next couple of weeks you have nothing but good experiences, it makes life tolerable. You tolerate it to some extent, right? But a bold experience will not only be a good experience, but it'll also teach you something. Maybe you won't realize the life lesson right away, but a bold experience will teach you something. You're not going to realize the lesson right away, but maybe like 3, 4 weeks down the road, that bold experience you had, all of a sudden you're thinking, wait a second, I get what it was trying to teach me. Oh, it's like almost 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm wide awake, ready to kick some ass, make some noise on YouTube, you know. Now, could you imagine for just 1 second, if you think that your dating luck sucks, I guarantee you it could be worse. I've complained about my dating circumstances many a times on YouTube, but the funny thing about it is even though I've complained about my dating circumstances on YouTube many a times, I've come across men my own goddamn age who have it a lot worse on the dating scene than I do. I come across men my own age who haven't even had the joys of getting some good pussy. And, even if I'm single for a couple of months, it makes me appreciate the fact that I've had some experience, even if I'm not getting a shit ton of experience. And that's the thing of it. You exclude sex out of the equation altogether. Quite often, as humans, we will complain about the things that we can't have or can't get very easily. But as soon as we see somebody else who struggles with the same situation, but struggles with it much worse, it makes us appreciate our own circumstances. You know, as I've always said, it could be worse. I'm almost out of tobacco, but I've got some cigarettes. I got a shit ton of pipe tobacco coming in, like 9 ounces. I had a fan order me some pipe tobacco, so that'll be sweet. Now, this jar was kind of leaking on me a little bit on the walk home, but it didn't ruin my charging cord or anything, so I'm gonna crack open this jar here. There we go. This is Dr. Pepper mixed with Jack Daniels. Pretty tasty drink combination. The first shot goes to Darth Linney and his newborn son. Cheers. Welcome to the world. Mm. Now, keep in mind, I was drinking this combination before I got home. I had like 3 or 4 big ass pint glasses full of like this much Jack Daniels and the rest filled with Dr. Pepper. So a couple of those drinks, it's enough to get you schnockered. But this is how you get your morning started, ladies and gentlemen. A stiff drink and good company on YouTube. Most of you, most of you are aware of the fact that I'm a huge bell tower fan. That's no secret. I love bell towers, clock towers. That's my jam. The Dome Tower in the Netherlands is one of my favorite clock towers. Over 900 years old, has 50 bells and a mechanical musical wheel that's hand tuned to an extent. You know how they have the little bumps on the musical wheel that when they're drug across the surface, they make a noise? Well, those little bumps are hand adjusted on this musical wheel. See, I found a video of the Dumb Tower on YouTube playing Linkin Park. No bullshit. The first song it plays, What I've Done by Linkin Park. Kind of hard to recognize. But the second song they play was Numb by Linkin Park. And hearing Numb by Linkin Park played on a Carillion, words cannot, it's beyond fucking beautiful. I had to smash the like button on the YouTubes. I wanted to post it to my Facebook, but then I remembered, oh yeah, I got a fucking Facebook ban. I mean, come on. Now, the clock tower I want to build for my dream house is going to have 47 bells on a carillon or carillon. Europeans pronounce it carillon, but the Americans pronounce it carillon. The 48th bell would swing on a rope and a wheel. I'd have 48 bells in my clock tower. 47 would be on a carillon. The 48th bell would have a nice gothic, sinister tone to it. You pull a fucking rope to get it going and, you know what I'm saying? Swinging on a wheel type deal. Yeah. Having 47 bells on a carillon will give me a perfect 4 octaves. And with 4 octaves on a carillon, you can do a lot of awesome shit with it. Christmas time with friends and family. You want to hear jingle bells? Check this out. Fucking bust out jingle bells. Right around Halloween time, you want to hear the Halloween theme songs. They're busting that out. And there's all kinds of shit you could play on the carillon that people would recognize. Vegeta's theme from Dragon Ball Z, that one moment when Vegeta enters this fucking battle scene ready to kick some ass. And you hear the bells go off. Down, down, down. Yeah, I could play that on a carillon. Or the Futurama theme song. Down, 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 down. And of course, Hedwig's theme from Harry Potter. If I had a carillon like that for my clock tower, I'd have way too much fun with my clock tower. I could have an automatic chime programmed into my clock tower for every hour on the hour, but I'm not going to do that. My clock tower is just going to have the 48 bells, 47 on a carillon, 48th bell swings on a rope with a wheel on the side. That 48th bell, I want it to sound like the bell from the song Sorg by Gregor Roth in the opening. You know what I'm saying? Something real sinister and gothic. Oh, yes. I mean, those are just bare basic details of my clock tower, but yes. There's going to be a switch in my belfry, this gigantic lever. When I push it up, it opens all 4 bell tower shutters simultaneously, and when I pull it down, it closes them. I have that in mind for a reason. So when marijuana becomes legal in Wyoming, I can hotbox the fuck out of my clock tower, open up that switch when I can't see the bells like 4 feet in front of me, and all the smoke just. Where's Josh at? Oh, you know, he's just high up in his tower. All jokes aside, but I'm being serious. Speaking of cannabis, all 48 bells in my clock tower would have a pot leaf engraved on them. The swinging bell would have a pot leaf on one side and a cobra on the other side, all hooded up. There'd be an inscription underneath the pot leaf on the swinging bell. The inscription on the swinging bell would say, "Music is a gift to the universe and back," or some shit like that. You know, something whimsical like "music is a gift to the universe." That's exactly what it would say. And the bell rope that rings the swinging bell would be made out of hemp. The colors on that bell rope would be black and green, You know how like you see some church bells, they have the ropes, and the ropes have like different colors on the handle of the rope. Well, mine would be black and green, of course. Black and hunter, emerald green, just really rich. Yes. Oh, the Casper Carillon, that has a nice ring to it. Yes, sirree. Is marijuana legal where I live? At the moment, no, but I heard that as soon as Canada legalizes it, they're going to legalize it down here. Speaking of Canada and Carillons, Canada has a pretty sweet clock tower. It's the fuck, I forget what it's called, but it's this giant ass clock tower that has a Carillon in it, and it's a historical Canadian landmark, and it's a fucking huge ass clock tower, dude. Oh, dude, I forget the name of it. But could you imagine the videos of me just chilling out in my clock tower, like, what's up, YouTube? Fucking having a drink combo next to my swinging bell. And the way the belfry would be set up, the swinging bell would sit on the floor of the belfry, and the carillon would surround it. That way, guests, including myself, would be able to walk up and physically touch the swinging bell. Oh yeah, I get chills just thinking about the awesome clock tower I'm going to build with my dream house. This Victorian Second Empire mansion. You picture the house from Haunted Mansion starring Eddie Murphy, and that tower in the middle, which is called a cupola tower. Something shaped, the clock tower would be shaped like a cupola tower, but it would be much, 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 much larger to accommodate the bells and the 4 clock faces, the 4 bell tower shutters. They'd be like 2 little shutters stuck together to make like one singular shutter, and there'd be 4 of them, one here, one here, one here, one here, and right above the bell tower shutters, you'd have the 4 clock faces. Yes. I mean, I've spent a couple years planning in my head every last detail of my house. To where I guarantee you, if I took a picture and I was like, hey, Facebook, check out this sweet clock tower, you'd be like, gee, I wonder whose clock tower that is, you said sarcastically. I'd be an old ass man by the time I made enough wands to build my dream house. I have better luck with my music taking off or winning the lottery or becoming a famous author with my novels. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just putting it in perspective. I mean, I've only discussed the bare basic details of it, but I already know the company I would hire to build my clock tower, which is AmeriClock. AmeriClock is a company based in the United States of America, and they specialize in custom-made bell and clock towers. They also do steeple and clock repair. So anything bell tower related, you hit up AmeriClock. That's all I'm saying. If I get a lifetime insurance policy, I fucking guarantee you that I'd be covered. I have this vision for my dream house, and my third eye has been showing me visions of my dream house lately, and the visions have been getting stronger and clearer. So maybe it's a sign. Let that Powerball get real big, and maybe I'll win it. You never know. Crazier things have happened, right? Donald Trump's president, so the idea of me winning the lottery is not too far-fetched. Okay, Edgar Allan Political, calm the fuck down. Oh. But wouldn't that be something if marijuana became legal in Wyoming and then I won the fucking lottery and built my dream house? I mean, I could totally see that happening. I mean, that'd be the sickest fucking shit ever, YouTube. It's about the time I built my fucking dream house, it'd already be legal, so I'd be growing King Cobra's Chronic in my dream house. I'd grow my own fucking weed in my dream house, man. There'd be 3 secret passageways. One would be in my parlor. All 3 of my secret passageways would be activated by a candlestick style lamp where you turn it to the side and turn it back up like that. One would lead to the basement, which would have a couple of rooms. One of those rooms would be dedicated for growing the stanky stink, you know. Of course, if I won the fucking lottery, I'd make a donation to the Casper Police Department. I'd make a donation to Joshua's storehouse. I'd make a donation to the fucking hospital I was born in. I'd make a donation to the city of Casper, and I guarantee you they would have no problems giving me 20 acres of land 4 miles outside of town to build my little oasis. And if I got 20 acres of land, trust and motherfucking believe I'll have a steel target range set up so I can go out and shoot guns whenever the fuck I feel like. Have a fucking shooting range in my own backyard. You can't tell me that wouldn't be sick as fuck. Then I could up my gun collection just a little bit. So on top of doing kick-ass clock tower videos, I'd be doing kick-ass shooting videos. Like the content on my channel would get so fucking sick after I built my dream house. You don't even fucking know the half of it, YouTube. Oh, I'll drink to that. Now picture, if you will, if I built my fucking dream house. Now just picture for one split fucking second. Do you think getting pussy would be difficult after winning the lottery and building my dream house? Oh, fuck no. It'd be easy as piss, man. Be like, hey, baby, you want to go back to my clock-towered mansion and shag? I'll ring your bells. Oh. What time is it, baby? Orgasm time. Oh. And then my buddy Jeremy is going to sell me his hookah for like $70. He paid a little over $100 for it. So he's cutting me a good deal. It's this all black hookah. And I got these hoses I'm going to order to go with it. It already has hoses on it. But I found these custom-made hookah hoses that have green cobra heads for the mouthpiece. And the little part where you is sitting in the cobra's mouth. So it's like black and green cobra-shaped hookah hoses to go with an all-black hookah. I mean, that's just fucking sick. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple things I'll be doing with some of the money with my next batch of wands. Yeah. I'm this close to finishing my batch of wands. I need just a couple more supplies for my wands, and that's not going to take too much more. It's going to take a trip to the Wonder Magic shop with some money, and a trip to Home Depot for the copper wiring. Copper wiring is not that expensive. Maybe like 12 inches of copper wiring for that scepter. And then a quartz crystal that'll fit it nicely from the Wonder gift shop. Now, if the Wonder gift shop is still open, which it is, that is so convenient, you have no idea. Instead of trying to order quartz crystals online, waiting for shipping and going, bullshit with UPS, fuck that. If I'm building crystalled wands for Cobra Craft wands, I can get my quartz crystal for my wands locally from a local gift shop that sells it. That cuts the wait time for making them in half. Went to my buddy Phil's house, and him and his girl drank with me for a bit. And then he gave me some cigarettes to take home. That's kind of cool, actually. Because he's like, well, bro, you almost had a pipe tobacco here. I'm like, well, thank you for that. I really appreciate that. That's a nice gesture. Now, see, if the world got along like me and my friends did, it would be a much better place to fucking live. No bullshit. If the entire fucking world worked like me and homeboy Scotty and homeboy Phil's and homegirl Shauna's relationship, it'd be a much better place to live, man. There'd be no fucking bullshit. Remember that trick I showed you how to do with the Bic lighter on YouTube, where you make a giant fireball appear in your hands? You can light your cigarette with that Bic trick, but it's very, 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 very hard to do. You know, where you take the Bic and you fill your hand full of butane, and then you light it and you release it, and it creates a big old ball of fire. You can light your cigarette doing that, but it's a very, 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 very hard way to light your cigarette. I've been trying to pull it off for a YouTube video, and I've come this close to doing it. This close. Now I got like almost $70 in my bank account. So tomorrow when I go to get some new boots, I'm also going to hopefully do a little bit of grocery shopping, or today, I should say, in a couple of hours. That way I can get my next cooking videos set up. I got an idea for a burger recipe that'll get me some views on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Now, the only reason I don't make a second channel is because having all my content on one channel makes it easier to manage. And some people will say, "Oh, you're just being lazy." But that's the fucking appeal of my videos, man. Is that it's just more than one thing, you know? In fact, I need to go to New Tab, Google, Dom Tower, Lincoln Park. Now, the first song is What I've Done by Linkin Park, played on the bells. Kind of hard to recognize, but then after that, it immediately breaks into Numb by Linkin Park. So you'll recognize it towards the end of the video.
What have I done?
Why would I leave my fans hanging? Hold on a second. Before I continue watching the video, I'm going to post the link for this video in chat. So if you all want to watch the video with me, you can. Boom. There you cool cobras go. Check that out. All right, back to the video. The Dome Tower is located in the Netherlands, and it's the tallest tower in the Netherlands, baby. Yeah. Right here, YouTube, is when they break into Numb by Linkin Park, played on the bells. Listen. You can't fucking tell me that's not cool as shit. Numb by Linkin Park, played on a Carillion. Right here. Oh, man. Nothing like, excuse me, nothing like listening to a bell tower play Linkin Park. That is fucking-nificent. I've consumed just a bit of Jack Daniels for the video. And now I'm quietly sipping on some good tobacco. Let's see, what time is it? 5:04. Yeah. I'm a little bit tipsy, yes, but I'm not incredulously drunk, mind you. I'm a little bit tipsy, yes, but I'm not so drunk that I'm like, hey, you guys, what's going on? You know, no. Anyways. Good chatting with you, YouTube. I'll catch you cool cobras on the flip side. Laters.